I'm FlorenceBallardA3060 and you're into something good. Starting our review series today, FlorenceBallardA3060 reviews. Start it off, we're doing something nice and simple and something we're familiar with. Essential Waitrose Sensitive Laundry Powder, which is non-biological. We'll be testing out on a standard hot 60 degrees Celsius with some really grubby towels with some intentional stains. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully this kicks off into something big this series. It'd be something nice to do rather than just standard washing machine videos. Let's go. So here we are. This is a 22 wash box and it's sensitive, which is why it has got a picture of baby's clothes on there, because it's normally meant for people with sensitive skin. So myself, this is what I tend to use, as you guys know, in a lot of my towel washes. I tend to use sensitive powder with towels and bedding and mainly whites, and I sometimes use it with my work clothes. This is no added perfume, and it's also effective at 30 degrees Celsius, so for those who do wash on cooler temperatures. You have your dosing guide here, so you have your water hardness, soft, medium and hard. We are very hard, being in London, and then you've got your light, normal and heavy soiling. So for these we probably would do, well, these are heavily soiled, so, but I don't think 170ml for a small load would be what we'd use, so we're going to probably use about 120 for this, because I'm not going to need that much. I tend to like going for store brand detergents. This was about £4 for this one from Waitrose. Waitrose are more premium priced than other stores. I tend to go for Tesco, Asda and Sainsbury's, any store brand ones, and now and again I will go for an actual brand like Persil or Bold. So we're going to test this on a load here I've got. These are some red towels which cannot be washed with a normal towel wash because they are colour fast, they run. It's from Australia, these towels. We have some towels that have been left in the bottom of my basket. This has got some paint on it, which I know won't come out. So they're not really used for anything else. However, this one here has been intentionally set up with some stains. We have, at the bottom, you can see that, the orange, that is curry paste. You must know it's Sharwood's. There you go. That was left to dry over about 72 hours. And then there's also some, I think, vinegar on this I've put on here. Yes, there's malt vinegar there as well, or balsamic. This one has been used to clean up behind the washing machines when I pull one out and put one in. That's just got general, and they're just general dirty anyway because they've been used to clean up stuff. So we're going to give them a go on a 60, not a 95. The reason I'm not doing it on a 95, which I normally would do my towels on, because I don't think it's a very fair test. If you're going to do it on a 95, that temperature could remove anything. But we test it on a 60 degrees Celsius wash. Not everyone uses 95 or a boil wash. So let's get loaded in the machine. What we're going to do, this is not going to be a full 45-minute cycle that we normally do. It's just going to be a quick few snippets of the cycle and then just a quick review at the end just to say what I think of the product and how well it has worked, the final results. So I'm just going to load up the machine. So yeah, for those who do know, I did have a reviews channel which can be found as Ultima Reviews. Many people found the White Knight video. Now, I'm not being biased, I do have an Asda Limescale tablet here, but that has nothing to do with the test. I tend to just swap. I have to use a Limescale tablet because of being in a hard water area. If I put this in the drawer, sometimes gets lodged at the back. We will be doing a review on this washing machine at some point. As you guys will know, this is my favourite part in any detergent video, is always opening up and the first impressions of the scent. I do not know what Waitrose ones smell like. This is the very first time I've ever used something of their laundry range, apart from their Filetti Non-Bio, which I've used, so I might do a review on that. I always love opening that. Okay, so nice, decent size, 22 wash boxes is what I tend to use. Ooh. Okay, first off, there's no specs in there. I don't know if you can see that. No specs. It has got It's not a very putrid, overpowering smell. If I can get some of it out, I can show you what I mean. Bear with me a bit. So, there's no like specs in there which you see with Ariel and other detergents. Probably it's just the way they do their stuff. But this is not an overpowering smell, which is good. Be interested to see how that works. So I'm going to get putting that in, and we'll get dosing. So we said 120, despite the fact it does say 170 for that. I'm not showing my drawer because this thing needs a clean, this Miele. I am using a Miele W562 Prestige Plus 6. And if you can see, there is, for those who are not familiar with my channel, yes, next to the machine is an old 1980, a vintage, not old, vintage, late 1980s Hot Point 9530 washing machine. Because I am an appliance collector, this is part of my collection. And this is the household machine. I do have an older machine from the 70s, a Hoover A3060. And I've also got a more modern-ish Hot Point WM from the Cassata colours. So, just put a bit more in there. Okay, so. Pretty much 120ml. Put that in the drawer, in the main wash section. Very much more granulated this is than other powders. And this is my conditioner of choice. Again, it doesn't make any difference. I am aware some people don't use conditioner for their towels. That's fine. I do. I've never had a problem with it. I prefer Lenor, their scent. But again, it's just true natural choice. So like I mentioned, I am going to be using a 60-degree cycle. Do cotton 60 is what I normally wash all towels on. I do Water Plus for an extra rinse and to top up the water level because this machine does 2 rinses by default and often need 3 because of sensitive skin. We'll see how that goes and we will start. So I'm going to capture this filling and then the tumbling to see how much, if we create any suds. So this machine only uses as much water as needed. One of the anti-sudsing things this machine uses. As the machine heats up, we should hopefully see more performance from the detergent. Non-biological detergent tends to become more sudsier as the temperature increases above 40 degrees, whereas biological detergents will work better at lower temperatures. But they now formulate detergents to be able to work at lower temperatures to be more energy efficient so that people do not use higher temperatures. If the water turns red in this video, don't worry, it's just the fact that these towels do run their dye, and that's why I wash them separately. So we're creating a bit of suds, which is good. And now the machine has dropped the time down to 1 hour and 24 because the machine senses we're using a small load. We fill up with more water and now we swing into the faster tumbles and we now begin the heating stage. We'll see how this works. So we're heating to about 40 degrees Celsius right now, and as you can see a lot more suds have turned up. That's because the enzymes are most active at this temperature. The machine goes into faster distribution tumbles, which also do whip up the suds a bit, but this is when the cleaning is most effective. And you'll probably see as towards we hit 60 degrees Celsius, the suds will start to die down. Right, yes, yeah, about that is about 45 degrees Celsius now. Looking so far so good. So we're on the second rinse now, which is an additional rinse I always add. But most machines of today do 3 rinses. Here is the suds level on that rinse after 2 intermediate spins and a first rinse. There's not too much in there. Towels are more absorbent. So you might find for different loads there might be less suds. We, being in London, have to use a lot more detergent. That's why we do end up with a lot more suds. But that's pretty good considering the machine will do another spin and then comes the final rinse with conditioner. Again, optional if you use that, but I think that's pretty good. We do slower tumbles and we only use as much water as we need. I don't think that that's done too bad. I can't see any stain improvement yet, so we'll look at that when that comes out. That's entering the final rinse now. See the suds going down by the conditioner coming in. So I'm aware that conditioner obviously adds extra scent. I'm very familiar with this conditioner, so I will be able to tell if there is any additional fragrance in there added by the detergent. Let me top up to just the right level. No. Now the grand revealing of the results. Let's get them out, shall we? So pretty dry. Let's first check the scent. Okay, so apart from the conditioner that we used, there is actually an additional fragrance to this that I can actually smell. But it's not overpowering. So just keep that there. Let's have a look at these ones now. These were the towels. So we've got the faded one here. I can confirm. Might be a bit hard to tell which one's what. Much more darker one. This is the least used one here. I can actually confirm there is no stain or residue on that. Very impressive. Just in the dryer drying, and then we'll see the final results of how soft everything comes out and if the fragrance still holds. So the final review coming out of the dryer. So my white night dryer. These are now absolutely fluffy and soft. Now normally sometimes when you put stuff in the dryer the fragrance wears out, but there is still the fragrance of the conditioner but also the addition of the detergent. See, that's nice and soft now. It's ready to be put away and hopefully used. Now I can definitely tell that the stains have come out of the towels with just the odd fading from each one being used. But no, that has actually cleaned everything well. And like I said, I would normally do my towels on 95 or 85 degrees Celsius in the hot point, 9530. But today for this we did a 60 to be a more fairer test, and actually it's come out very well. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about our what we're going to give the rating of the detergent. I picked out a few things along the way that I saw for performance that I'll give pros and cons of. So we'll have all the good things and all the things I think that they can improve on, or if not improve on, just things that I think aren't my preferences. Again, as I said, every product is personal preferences. I can't speak for everyone, but possibly from this video I can just give some basic interpretation of, I don't know, maybe cheap laundry detergents you could buy that are effective and won't ruin your clothes or affect your skin. Again, if you have sensitive skin, this is number one. It's a good detergent for sensitive skin because it rinsed out quite easily and it's come out feeling soft. I don't feel any hardness in the towels even after drying, of course. Two, it's not overpowering with the fragrance. There are some detergents, which I'm not going to name, some of you open the tub of it or the box, whatever it comes in, and it is just woomph at you. It's like someone sprayed aftershave. It's quite strong. There are some that might be a bit abrasive on clothes, but and some that will stick to the clothes even towards the final rinse. We have done it with towels because they're the most absorbent items you can possibly wash, so they will retain their detergent for longer. We can also do tests on other loads. I also think the packaging is quite good for a simple supermarket own brand. You don't need anything too snazzy and too exciting on there. So just, you know, little clothing picture. The packaging tells you what it's about. It's got baby clothes to let you know it's sensitive skin powder, and it's also good for washing baby clothes with, because we know babies have sensitive skin. That's why a lot of supermarkets do roll out their own detergent brands. Tesco did Tesco Loves Baby. Unfortunately, they discontinued it. It's a shame because it was actually it was my favourite detergent to use for towels and bedding. I will also be testing this detergent on bedding as well. And also, what I've also found with this detergent, it's also very easy to pour. It doesn't become all too powdery or anything, and it's in this nice small box, again reducing the packaging size for a 22 or 23 wash box. Now the cons, okay, for me personally, I do prefer detergents with a bit more fragrance to them, but that was actually, you know, decent for towels, for something that you're not going to really wash and wear. So if you're doing more clothes, maybe you might want something a bit more powering. Apart from that, I don't really think there's anything else I could say against that detergent. It's actually, I mean, it's Waitrose, so it's pretty high quality detergent. But we will look into some other detergents as well during the reviews. I will be doing a review on this White Knight Dryers Compact White Knight C3AW. I've already done a video on it, and there was a review of my White Knight on the old Ultima Reviews channel, but I will redo one for this. So I hope that helps, and I will put a link in the description to Waitrose and to also their actual powder and to the rest of their laundry range, which you can discover. You can also buy liquid detergents and other powders, as well as the Folletti non-biological that I will be demonstrating in another video when I get another box. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to stay safe and keep it supreme and go with the flow.